you, fam. Billy Goat Tales, I love it here. Billy Goat Tales, the fam is here. Give us can, give us can, give us can, give us can. We love you, fam. We are Billy Goat Tales. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers can. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers can.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Billy Goat Tales on a Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. We appreciate you stopping by the channel, seeing what's going on with crypto. We got a good show lined up for you today, a great show actually, because one of the, like on the thumbnail, all-time highs for ETH. What are we talking about? We'll get into it. We'll get into that. It's amazing what's happening right now in crypto, because we have this idea. Are we in a bear market? Are we in a bull market? Where are we at? We're going to break all that down for you today. But first, let's go around and say hello to the team. What's going on, Dave Digital?
What's going on, everybody? Just hanging out. Been in a trade on Bitcoin since Saturday the 3rd. Yeah, so since Saturday. So hoping that it'll go on and get on up there. I'm looking for a TP up at around 93K. We're about halfway there right now, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. Redman, good afternoon. What's going on in your world, brother?
Good afternoon, Billy. Sorry, I got these big, heavy earphones on here. No, I'm thankful for another day not promised. I'm happy to be here. Let's go, crypto. Getting a little relief rally right now in the alts. Nice to see. Back over to you, Billy.
Yeah, and we have our resident chart guy, Dark Crash. What's going on, Dark Crash?
Not much, trying to stay active and also support the community through in both my work as well as through what we do here in the charts. Because
Dark Crash is actually on call right now for his job, so he might pop off and pop back on. Who knows, right? There's a chance. Well, glad you're here, brother. Glad you're with us, man. All right. Let's say hello to chat. Dave Digital, who we got in chat?
Dave Digital going to say hi to chat. We got Mike Volmer, Mod King, coming in at the #1 position, saying hola to Jesse. So I guess Jesse was already here. So hola to Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Got Crypto Billy in there. Redman is in there. Dark Crash is in there. And then I saw Alexandra G at the bottom there. All Set Analyst is in the chat. You see, am I missing anybody? We have JR, affectionately known as Junior. How you doing, JR? We have Darren Dusting, DDT, in the chat. Welcome. You can come, either one of you. JR, why don't you grab the link and come up on the stage and come hang out with us today? I know that you're doing camera practice and you've been doing your own channel. So, hey, there's a link in the Billy's about to put the link in the chat, or I will as soon as we get done here. Why don't you grab it? DDT, you're welcome to. Anybody in the chat, you guys are welcome to come up here. This is just a family show on the Sunday afternoon where we just get together around the dinner table. So we invite you to come up. Andrea, good to see you, Andy. And I think that's everybody. If I miss you, grab my attention, say hi in the chat.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, let's get right in. What is going on with the altcoins? Let's start with the bubbles. Redman, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go so fast, right to the bubble.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into these bubbles here.
Oops, sorry, Dave.
Okay, so this is the hourly. So as you can see, a little bit of a mixed bag, not too much. AVAX making a little move here, up 1.7%. Is that enough for you to buy, Billy?
No. I will never buy that token ever again.
It's an inside joke. Billy has had his issues with AVAX. They're sitting at number 21, $6.22 billion market cap, $14.45. Get you one AVAX token. All right, we got FET. FET is up 1%. Billy, would you buy? No, I'm just playing. That's
FET. I would buy. Yes,
FET does have a future, possibly. Can't say that definitively, but yes, it's got a future. 1% up on the hourly, setting at number 87, $610 million market cap, 26 cents. Get you one FET token. Do I see anything else that stands out? Oh, Render. Oh, Render's made a little bit of a resurgence. It's up 9% hourly. We'll get on to the month later on. Render making a little comeback here. Let's get on to the daily. Okay, so we're seeing a little bit of rotation. As you can see, bonk up 31%. It's kind of leveling out now. I don't know. We'll have to ask our chart guy about that, but there might be a little short come in here for bonk, maybe. Not financial advice. Up 6 spots to number 69, $1.06 billion market cap. Bunch of zeros get you one bonk. Going on STX. Wow, STX. I don't think I've ever talked about that, the STX on the show, but I get to now. So on the daily, it's up 21%, up 6 spots to number 82, $661 million market cap, 36 cents. Get you one STX. This could be a banger. It could be a banger, but that is not financial advice. Do your own research. Penguins up 2%. This is part of that capital rotation. We're seeing the memes and the higher risk plays. Look at Floki. Floki up 14.4%, up 8 spots, cracked top 100. Good for the Floki people. They also had some technical upgrades and some DeFi stuff launched on the Floki ecosystem. So if you want to check that out, Billy Goat Tales dropped a short on this last week. Let's see, Pepe having a month. Don't step on my Pepe. Up 2 spots to number 34, $3 billion market cap, a bunch of zeros and a 7145. Get you one Pepe. SBX, another high risk, high meme volatility. I don't really go for it, but it's up 15.5%, and it's up 3 spots, number 88, $602 million market cap, 64 cents. Get you one SBX 6900. FET, more of an infrastructure play. It's up 3 spots. Like I said before, it's having a week, it's having a month, it's not having a year, but it is having a month though. So let's go on to the weekly. Green for the week. Love to see this on the weekly. Getting a little bit of a relief rally here. We got Ondo. I bought this last week. Not financial advice. Don't do what I do. I'm not an expert, but I did buy Ondo last week right at 36 cents, right before this puppy did this bullish move.
What?
So it's up 2 spots
being
to number 55. What's that?
I thought you said you're out of crypto.
I'm buying little bits at a time.
Nice,
I'm getting back in. I was 80%
Sale, red man,
out.
sale.
I was 80% out, but I'm just tippy-toeing in, guys. Just tippy-toeing in.
I'm glad you got a piece of that. That's great.
Up 2 spots to number 55, $1.39 billion market cap, 43 cents. Get you one Ondo. RWA play, tokenized security play, whole bunch of stuff that is going to be popping off here in the near future. MYX scam play. But hey, do your own research. Come up with your own stuff. I got burned heavily on this token. There was a YouTuber out there that was pushing this like crazy and got liquidated. So it's up 10 spots, number 66. Be careful with this puppy. It'll probably come back down, but not financial advice. I'm not an expert. 63.2% up for the week, 91.8% up for the month. Bonk, good to see Bonk in there. We talked about that one already. Okay, Render, infrastructure play for Render. So this is the DPIN. This is the AI play. This is the one that's withstood bear markets and is standing the test of time. It is a matured blockchain. It's been around longer than 6 months. You don't have to worry so much about rugging on this coin, but it's up 4 spots to number 71, $1 billion market cap, $1.94 gets you. I remember when this token was like $20. I remember when it was up there, but man, it's down 75% for the year. I mean, this could be a buy opportunity. I don't know. I'm just a guy on the computer telling you, yelling and screaming numbers at you. All right, we got Virtual Protocol up 7 spots, number 89, $591 million market cap, 90 cents get you one virtual. AI play, it's coming back. The rotation has been confirmed. Money's coming back into the AI space. It's up 30.3% for the week, 7.3% for the month. Let's go on to the monthly. Not really much changed. Like we said last week, Pippin's consolidating at this level is pretty bullish. It cracked the top 100. Pepe, pumping Pepe. Let's see what else here. Canton Network just keeps on hanging around. These guys, man, I'll tell you what, Billy, this has been a hot one. We called this one very early. We called this one up 15 spots to number 22, $5.49 billion market cap. 14 cents gets you one Canton token. Let's go. Sky, DeFi play, up 5 spots to number 54. I think this is part of the Maker ecosystem. Yep, previously Maker. For the month, it's up almost 20% for Sky. Let's go on to the yearly. Not much has changed. As you can see, Zcash still king of the green bubbles. Sorry, I can't talk right. Zcash still killing it, up 103 spots for the year. Congratulations to the Zcash people. If there was an award, I'd give you one. All right, Billy, that's pretty much all I got. Back over to you.
Greg, I have a question. You said a couple times that the rotation is on. What are you calling off season, bro?
I mean, could be a possibility.
So you feel like we're going to have 75 of the top 100 alts are going to be Bitcoin?
So that's a loaded question. First of all, I'm just going to say that it's loaded because it's loaded like there's an onion and has many layers. So one of those layers, I don't want to ruin it, but we're going to get into that later on and the reason why you're seeing a pump right now, I'll give you that reason later on in the show. You got to stay with us.
But you were talking about rotation, but you're just being pumped. It's not really a rotation.
Oh,
we'll have to find out later. Let's get back to Billy.
Yeah, man. Well, I think we need to roll right into fear and greed and coin market cap update. I'm ready, Dave. How about you?
Are you sure you're ready, Billy?
Yeah, man, I'm ready.
All right.
All right, we look at this, guys. Fear and greed up to 40. We have sat here and watched it go from 10 to 11 to 13 to 14 to 16 to 18 to 20. We're all the way up to 40 now. So we're out of fear. And we are back at 3.1 trillion for the market cap. I find that I hope people got in when that fear was in the like 9, 10, 11. I mean, that's just awesome because it's one of our stories today too, which is to talk about where we're at with Bitcoin and Bitcoin reclaiming 90,000. And what does that mean, to Dave's point, his little teaser with Red there? What does it mean? Where are we at in the market? Who really knows? If we all truly knew, we probably wouldn't be here right now, right? We'd be out there on our own crypto lifer yacht, right? That's what we'd be doing. So, but Bitcoin 91,310, top 10, Ethereum, Tether, XRP, BNB, USDC, of course, Solana, Tron, Dogecoin, and Cardano back in the top 10. We do have a story today. We're going to be talking about Cardano because it did have a 10% move. What does that mean? Where are we at? Have we bottomed? Are we still in the bear market, or are we still in the bull market? I wanted to show you some of the trending coins. And of course, the big one, Bitcoin. We also have a story about Tether buying 8,888 Bitcoin as well for their treasury, which was nice to see. I'm wondering, we talked off stage, I'm wondering how many whales and big companies decided to harvest their tax loss. And what we're seeing is the reclaiming of purchasing again for the new year. Who knows? Also, minor capitulation. Are we through the worst of it yet? We'll kind of try to get into all this stuff. And of course, Pepe was a big mover yesterday. So a lot of memes are moving. Pepe, Bonk, Shibi, as you can see, these are trending, guys. So these are the top. Here's your top, let's just say top 20. A lot of these we know, of course, Ethereum. Some of them we don't know, right? Some of them, but of course, Shiba Inu, Bonk, Pepe, official Trump coin, XRP, Falcon Finance, and of course, Bitcoin. So, and I don't know number 2. What is that? Yodel Esports?
Yoloto?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it myself. And some of the new ones. Here's all your new stuff coming in. A lot of it's about split 50-50 red, green, but I don't really get into that too often. However, we do have our own predictions market, and our host of the prediction market segment is your very own Dave Digital.
Dave Digital.
We love you,
Almost there.
Oh, wow. We got to make that longer, don't we, Dave?
No, it'll be fine. Not the wrong one. I think I may be the wrong screen. Let's see if I can make it move.
Oh, man. Somebody's got to hit the crickets like Dave does.
Hit them.
Can you hit your own crickets?
No, I can't hit my own crickets. Stop the screen. Let's try it again.
Oh, it's unprofessional, Dave.
This is not a professional operation. That's what they would say on Live Files. There it is. How about that? And that's the one I wanted to show. This is a fun one. So the fun one is Costco raises hot dog prices combo this year. What do you guys think? Are they gonna? This is your 3-to-1 odds here, Billy.
That should be illegal.
No, I would vote no on that. Yeah.
You gotta be an executive member, the black card. Get the cheap.
So you think they'll bring it into the executive membership, make it a premium only?
Yeah,
I mean that's possible. We'll have to see what happens with that. But $3 if they do. So that's really not. I mean, they're not saying it's super unlikely. And you know how the prediction markets work. They can definitely, they could change. So when's the next Fed rate hike before 2027? Let's see what else do they have. I saw a couple of cool ones out here. Oh, when will they fully launch the unsupervised self-driving? Ooh, so it looks like April, May is what we're shooting for. So full self-driving everywhere, April, May. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be safer then, or is it going to be worse then? I think it's going to be safer.
I just saw a short actually where somebody took their FSD, I think it was Cybertruck actually, right through a McDonald's drive-through, and it knew how long to stay at the windows for until the person got their food too. So
yeah. And Billy, so my wife's boss has a Tesla. He took his from his house to the New Year's party. No driving at all. He engaged it. He's 75 years old. He engaged it, and it took him right to the party. No problems, no hiccups. So easy to it's easy for everybody. I mean, it's easy to operate.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. So, like, my daughter says, or maybe it's my son. One of them said to me, "I think there should be a law. Once you turn 70, you should have to get your license renewed every year, because a lot of old people get senile when they can't see anymore." And
but if there's
self-driving, right? But if they're self-driving, hey man, those guys would be out running around just as much as the young people, right? So yeah, I think I might have one of those cars eventually.
Good idea.
Yeah. So a couple more things that's cool. Yeah, a couple more things that's cool to notice is they're thinking that Ethereum was going to be somewhere around 4,500, 4,700 in this year. That's cool to see. Like if you read it a little bit differently, what are they expecting? They don't expect Solana to go over 500 in 2026. If you look at that, so some cool things that you can kind of get out of the prediction system, markets. Another one here. Yeah. So it's saying that they do expect it's going to be above 180, right? So that's what you could take from that they do expect that it'll be above 180 in the year sometime. So you can gain insights from that. That could be pretty valuable for trading.
Does it tell you how many votes? Like how many people does that represent? Is
It gives you the
think they just-
volume.
I think they just tell you what's in the pot, right?
okay?
Yeah, the five. I think these are bottom numbers, which I'm not for sure because I haven't gotten into the back end of it, but I think that's the pot basically. That's how much money is in there. I think. So you have bigger ones. So if you went to if I were to go to economics or no, let's go to politics. I'm sure there's some. There you go. There's 5 million in the Fed decision for January. 300,000 in that one. You know,
What's that question for the Fed? Is that just to raise the rates or lower the rates?
what was that economics? Let's go. Fed decision is going to be
Wow, look at that divergence, man.
And on the mobile version, it will have the actual buy-ins will pop up on that graph on the left-hand side. So you'll see as people are bidding, you'll see it on there. It doesn't come on the laptop version, but on the mobile version it does. During the games and stuff, it pops up.
So what they're talking about, Billy, is to maintain the rate, to cut the rate by 25 or cut the rate by more than 25.
Oh, and the 90% say they're going to maintain the rate so no cut, huh?
Yeah. So if you vote yes on you just even money. So they say they're going to maintain it. So let's see if you vote no. 10-1, almost 9-1.
Wow. So if you put $100 on that, you'd get 900.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
940. You get 940. You know what you would get if you put $1 million on it? Oh, you can't buy that much. You can only buy 140,000. So you win the whole thing.
I'll put $1 million on it. What the heck?
Hey, man, Gary Cardone paid $1 million for a picture with Trump.
Yeah.
And then I sent him one that I took and just AI'd it, my picture with Trump. Said, this is free.
I have one
Looks the
position
same.
open. I got one position open on Kalshi. I have Miami winning the football championship. So I put $5 down to win 58. So
Oh, there you go. So you think Miami's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think Miami's got their defense is they're just
Has Miami
monsters.
ever won a Super Bowl?
Not a Super Bowl, but a football championship in college. Yeah, they won.
Oh, you're talking about college.
No, not the Dolphins. No, I'm talking about college football.
I got you.
Yeah, they beat Ohio State.
Yeah, they beat the pants off of Ohio
Easy.
State.
It wasn't that bad. It was a
Hey, no matter
touchdown.
what happened, go Bucks.
That's right. OH. That's my team.
I
But I'm telling you, Indiana's going to win it all.
It's the
All
U.
right. There's me and Red. I'm saying Indiana
I'm saying Miami.
and Red saying Miami. Let's do a predictive market a prop bet on that. No, just kidding. Let's say hello. We got some more. Johnny December, my island buddies in the chat. What's going on, Johnny? Good to see you. Jay Violet, welcome. Good evening. Good morning to you, Jay Violet. Andrea's here. We got Rusty. All sets in here. Hey, what do you say about Tesla? I love my you know what? I bought some Tesla today. Of course, it won't go through until Monday, but I bought some Tesla today, man. So I'm
gotta love those traditional markets, Billy. And anytime you want to buy, they're there for you, ready to sell it to you.
Yeah. Who else we got in here? I think you've read I don't think we missed anybody. Andrew, good to see you, Andrew. Thank you for stopping into Billy O Tales on an afternoon with us. We want to get into what is going on with Bitcoin, and we'll get into crash here in a second. But hey, we reclaimed $90,000, which I think was psychologically really, really big. It certainly helped the altcoin market, as we have all saw. Hopefully, some of you got a piece of that. I did get a little piece of that altcoin move. Nothing to write home crazy about, but hey, I was happy to participate because, as everybody knows, I'm trying to get my hodl bags back from that 10-10 dip, and I'm slowly eking my way back up with trading. Trading was a phenomenal year for me in 2025. I did great trading. My hodl bags, though, just took a bloodbath. Bitcoin prices continue to rise slowly as news of the Venezuelan president, Maduro, his capture. So I'm sure we've all seen that. He's in New York right now, and apparently America's going to run the country until
Yeah,
until
so
we
now
get
we
that.
just go arrest other countries' presidents
I
and bring
don't
them
know,
back to
man.
jail? What's going on?
I have no clue. I will say this. Trump did keep telling the guy, quit doing what you're doing, man, or there's going to be problems. And he kept just killing people and taking, thieving from us. And it's like, listen, man, why would you go poke? Like the Japanese said, I think we just awakened a sleeping giant. It's like, don't go poking a freaking giant, man, especially Trump, because he's going to do it just to say, I told you so. So,
Yeah, but not only do we arrest presidents, but might as well take their wife too.
I know. Yeah, I saw that, man. I was like, what the
What's
heck?
going on?
I don't know, man.
No, can I give a little crypto related news to this, Billy?
Yeah, well, we were getting there. I just started with that.
Oh,
But
okay.
go ahead.
No.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. If it's in the article, go ahead. And then if it's not in there, I'll mention.
Yeah. So it goes down to the chart showing the big players return. The likelihood of more negativity on the market from the single event is relatively slim. I would assume we're going to see Bitcoin north of 90 in the upcoming weeks. Also, let's see what else we got here. Yeah, that was it. Just a little article on just the recent news and how it's impacting the price of Bitcoin. But what do you got, Red?
So I read this earlier. Man, I wish I could bring up the article right now.
You can.
But you can go ahead. We have time, and I'll just play some cricket.
So-
while we wait.
Dave loves the cricket.
So I saw this, and I put this in my channel, Red's research channel. Let's see if I could pull it up here. So it says, let me get myself out of here real quick. Yeah, there we go. So it says in 2018, Venezuela's Maduro government launched the Petro, the world's first state-backed cryptocurrency, pegged to the country's vast oil, gold, and mineral reserves, and with a fixed supply. The pre-mined red flag right there, Ethereum token was created to fight hyperinflation, stabilize the Bolivar fuerte. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. Enable domestic and international transactions, and bypass U.S. sanctions that blocked access to the global financial system. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because Venezuela has had a humongous pile of gold, which they actually turned into Bitcoin. And people are saying that they have enough Bitcoin that could rival Strategy's amount of Bitcoin. And so what it is right now is America plus other people. They didn't give exactly who the people are, but there's a race to find the seed phrase for Venezuela's digital wallet that has all the Bitcoin in it. So they're saying
What do you mean a race to find the seed phrase? Like if the seed phrase is lost and Venezuela doesn't have it?
Well, where's Maduro at? He's in jail. How's he going to access it? He doesn't have the seed phrase. So there was a lot of speculation in that article. That's why I wish I could, because there's a lot of good stuff in there too. And it talks about how Venezuela used Tether to bypass U.S. sanctions, and they have a bunch of Tether as well. So I know you guys have been seeing on X how much oil Venezuela is sitting on, $8.4 trillion worth of oil. There is a resource-rich country, and
Don't they have all the oil almost? Like more
I'll
than
tell you
anyone?
what. Trump. It took him a month or two, but he went in there and got this guy, and he's a narco terrorist, so he's going to be tried for his crimes. He also fabricated a political voting. Like he got voted out of office, but stayed in office anyways. And so the people don't want him there. And I think Trump, I mean, I've seen a bunch of celebrations on X, not saying that it's real or it's current or it's whatever, but from what I'm seeing, it looks like the people of Venezuela are very happy right now. They don't have to deal with the dictator anymore.
So it says AI, Gemini says Venezuela currently holds the largest proven oil reserves in the world.
wonder why we're there.
In the world. There is a major difference in the oil in Venezuela and the oil in the Middle East or the U.S. Despite its small size relative to other major powers, Venezuela sits on approximately 18 to 20% of the entire world's known oil, surpassing
Right.
traditional energy giants like Saudi Arabia and the United States.
Now we're getting somewhere. Remember the drill? Now it's coming full picture.
No, Dave, it was drill, baby, drill.
Oh, that's right. You got it. Fight,
Drill,
fight,
baby,
drill,
drill.
baby, drill. That's right. You got it. And we're narco terrorists too, just by the way. I mean, it's not Venezuela's over there by themselves being narco terrorists. We're some of the biggest narco terrorists there are.
Yeah. I mean, the deep layers, who knows, man. But we are certainly far from the white, shiny
Right.
armor guys.
It's dirty up there. It just has to be.
It's dirty in DC. It's dirty around the world. So we only have half of it. The narratives we get, we're
Right.
getting on purpose. The
Yeah.
real narratives are kept secret from us.
Yeah.
So that's why we're talking about it. And probably the more times we say Trump, our algo will probably start going up. We'll start getting more people in here just by saying that, probably because it's such a divisive word now. You know,
I was just
for Americans that love it, it's not a divisive word. I got no problem, but other people do. So, I do want to see with this price action with Bitcoin. Let's jump into the charts, Crash. Let's see what you got for Bitcoin price action.
All right, I'm unmuted. Perfect. Let's get it rolling. Starting off with the 4 hour, I can see why people are excited. We have been knocking on the door, both respectively trying to form support as well as checking on resistance. So that being said, we've formed more or less like a channel peak that we've broken out of and subsequently starting to form or look for, shouldn't say forming, but we're looking for support at the moment. We do have the crested double hump right there, what we're looking at. Sorry, apologies. The work phone was conveniently going off. I think my boss's wife is texting me again.
Oh, you need to take that. We'll come back.
No, we're good.
Okay.
So anyway, my apologies. It's just that. Oh, hello.
You're back now. You broke up, but you're back.
There's some lag. Okay. So here, sorry about that. We're looking at dropping and making a have been knocking on the door for. That is what I
Oh, now Crash is breaking up.
Yeah, he's in and out.
You're in and out, Crash. Crash, you're frozen up on us, man.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
You good? Let's see. You good now?
1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3.
All right, you're live. I
You're
think
live.
everything's good. Let's go ahead and see if we can share your screen again, and we'll continue right where you left off.
I feel like the dented wheel trying to roll around right now. Okay, so can we see the 4 hour?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're just retreating and looking to come back down and retest it on the spider line there. On the weekly, we are still working with that massive green dot, which we have not seen since we were trying to work our way out of the previous bear zone. So that is very, very telling of where we could be possibly going. The only thing I'd look for in break of structure is we're trying to recreate the conditions like we see here, where we have oversold, which is the indicative of the green and purple being tight together. So right now we're still got the wide overbought spread that's below the 50-60, and that's got me concerned because that's what's going to yoink our precious little money flow, I believe, down into the red zone there, which to be honest, I think we still have another kind of setup similar to this going on, where we have a massive momentum hump, probably a second one forming, to be brutally honest, which then, like, if we're doing that, we're looking at probably coming down to check and test these levels, right here. And then of course we could have capitulation leading us down this volume gap, which would be right in line with this DBSI line, pegging us at also, I would say, this spider line somewhere in the 68 to 70K range. Somewhere kind of in there is my ballpark for where you see a potential knife drop. Otherwise, if we were to form some support up there, we are looking at, we're looking at coming up and retesting the good old 100K again if we do create a new daily candle of support on top of here, as well as a subsequent weekly candle close that we are about to experience. But yeah, I'm just glad that the internet was able to hold up there. Looking a bit more into the shorter time frames, it's not as cut and dry as like the 4 hour and beyond, because there's just a whole lot of noise going on down here. But essentially, there's a whole lot of check and retest of resistance energy here. And it looks like for the most part, we have broken that energy and we're looking to create that support. That's why everyone's so excited. The world news is in line with this. Everything's great. Everything seems fine and dandy considering where we've come from over all this time. We're finally turning that DBSI line green again. And it's starting to curve back upwards, or at least flatten out, which is another sign of strength leveling out, especially with money flow and all that coming in.
Can you blow that up some more? Like, so
oh yeah, sorry.
Make that a little bigger so we can see that.
Yeah, so there would be the initial drop down into this zone where we hit as low as about 80.7 there, approximately. And then here we're starting to see that arrival and retest on the 4 hour again.
That sure does look pretty.
Yeah. So that's the situation we've got there.
Of
course, as you can see on my tabs above,
Beaches
Ethereum and ADA, we can look at later. ADA is doing quite well with the 2.3% raise there. We can take a look at that later.
Yeah, we certainly will. We hit that story. There is your Bitcoin chart update, which you got. What's your thoughts, Dave?
I think on the 4 hour, we're just in a huge range, aren't we, Crash?
Essentially.
There's nothing at all to get excited about yet.
Is that 4 hour?
And this could be just like Jason Casper's chicken drinking water kind of thing. Like I say, we still got that volume pocket way down. Let me just reopen that. The volume pocket way down on the, I think it was the weekly for dropping.
I mean, if we pull a range, right, on that whole thing on the 4 hour, we're just bumping our head at the top of the range. So we can expect what would normally happen is a deviation and then a retrace back through the range, right?
Yeah, supposedly. That'd be the most ideal and common situation I would expect.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, getting the move above 90 though was something we had to overcome, which was great to see, and it's created, as you can see, a lot of altcoin movement that we all have been hoping for. But it could be a fake out. Who knows?
And in that respect, I just wanted to jump in and say I feel like we've got some altcoin flagships forming. Like we've obviously got the privacy coin. Zcash really taken off, and we've got a couple other things here and there. This is reminiscent from my perspective of past build markets, not bear or bull, but build markets, if that makes any sense. And at the moment, we are forming a strong foundation for another run up. Obviously, it doesn't really seem like that. It kind of seems like a lull or possibly even a fake bull. But like, there's just a lot of potential still to run up extra high at this stage.
Yeah, if everything's going to follow Bitcoin, and especially with the money flow on Bitcoin headed straight out on the weekly, I mean, this, take your profits whenever you get them. That's all I would say.
Exactly.
Don't get too excited. I don't think this is anywhere close to a bottom, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? That's why today I had a choice to buy more Bitcoin or buy some more Tesla. And I ultimately ran it through 3 different AIs, the decision using Dave Digital's formula. And it told me to go with Tesla.
So Billy, the only thing I have to suggest on AI and their formula for trading is they all sucked whenever it came to real life trading. So Alpha Arena did the test, and the only one that came through was Grok 4.20, and it's not out yet. That's the only one out of all the
really.
other AIs
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah,
crazy.
So all the rest of them, they traded crypto, then they traded stocks. They all fell miserably except Grok 4.20.
So 4.20 has got to be coming soon, right?
It's out there, but we don't got it.
Okay.
I don't think, And Alpha Arena, so you guys can just, find Alpha Arena. I don't remember exactly the website for it, but they do these tests and you can sign up for their wait list. I don't know what you get whenever the wait's over, but I'm on the wait list.
Cool.
Well, that's cool.
But they post that for everybody to watch, and you can go back and look at the tests. And you could have seen it even live. We talked about it a little bit, and you could see when their stop loss is, when their take profit is, all that stuff. So it was pretty cool to watch. So I don't necessarily at this point let the AI do anything with trading.
Not yet.
No, not worth the risk.
To be honest with you, Dark Crash, like you were talking about that right shoulder. I think we're going to get that right shoulder, and then we're going to go lower into the summer. So I don't know. I can't flip bullish until it gets above 93.5, 94,000. Once it gets above that, then I'll start looking at, okay, we're going to go higher to 100, 110. But I think it's a fake out. And I think it's also a lot of people front running what's going to happen here in the next couple of days, and we'll go through that
And there's
later
that
on
massive
in the show.
volume pocket I showed on the weekly right down there. So that's what I'm eyeing too. I'm eager to see how that's filled.
I mean, I think given the war or the strike, Bitcoin reacted beautifully to that.
Yeah.
But I think that it's just that.
Well,
I don't know if it's gonna,
and we got a
get
looming
above that value area high and then go, but it's got a lot of work to do. It's got a lot of work to do.
we have a looming government shutdown again. So we'll see if that plays into this, because remember what that did too for a while there for Bitcoin.
What did it do? I don't remember really specifically. I don't remember it having an impact, did it?
Yeah, actually it did. It did because it affected the CME numbers. The CME numbers were coming out. And so people were getting out, and that's the later half of last year.
Remember that we had that deep crash in
October
April.
10th.
Well, no, in April, because the stock market, everything. That was pretty. I was unscathed. I got unscathed because Piper and I were talking that particular week, and I said, "Yeah, I'm going to move some money," and thank God I did, because now it all came back within 2 weeks. It came back.
When was the shutdown last time? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't
Or
know
about?
the date off the top of my head.
You can grok
It lasted like 30 days, 45 days, huh?
No, it lasted a long time. Yeah,
I think it was the longest, wasn't it? It was the longest one.
The longest one ever.
But here's something, guys. It's not fake news. This is real. Ethereum's daily transaction hit all-time high, surpassing the NFT boom. So this is daily transaction, not price. But Ethereum saw its number of daily transactions reach an all-time high of 1.87 million on December 31st, the last day of the year. And the network's number of new and active addresses also soared to multi-year highs. According to the block's data, the 7-day moving average of transactions on the Ethereum network reached 1.87 million on December 31st. That surpassed a previous peak of 1.61 million recorded on May 10th, 2021, during the height of the NFT and DeFi boom, and exceeds the more recent high of 1.7 million set on August 9, 2025. Clip it. The network's number of active addresses also ended the year on a high note, reporting 728,904, the highest level since May 12, 2021. Ethereum also recorded 270,160 new addresses on December 31st, marking the largest single day increase since 2018. So
it sounds fishy, Billy.
It sounds transactions are transactions on the block. It's on the blockchain. So really has nothing to do with price. It's about volume. It's about who's using this thing.
Yeah, but
And
why would Ethereum have that such a huge spike on the last day of the year whenever nobody's doing anything in crypto?
I think they are. I think they're moving for tax advantages, right? So I'm sure there was a lot of activity.
They said there were new wallets created on December
that too,
31st.
right. That wasn't all of it though, right? So the activity, that was a separate line. That was a separate paragraph saying there was also new wallets created. That sounds fishy to me. Like, unless there's just a massive project underway or massive something that we don't know about narrative wise, that seems suspicious to me. But it's kind of, to me, like, we look at price because we trade, but really, if you open up the hood and look into it, peel back the onion, when you see this kind of activity, it to me tells me it's real. There's something good about this.
Billy, name any other asset in the whole world that you've ever seen have its most transactions ever on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, the timing of it you're talking about. Yeah, that's
It's
fishy.
fishy,
Well,
Billy.
that's
That don't
fishy,
make
yeah.
any sense. There wasn't
I'm-
nobody doing
I'm
anything
talking-
on New Year's
well,
Eve. They snuck one in under the
Well,
covers.
Yeah,
I have a
go ahead.
chart. I have a chart of transactions, and you'll see these spikes in the chart, and those spikes are from the upgrades. Because in January,
You got that with you? You
2024
can pull it up, Red?
I have it's behind me. Let me get out of the screen. So in January 2024 was the upgrade before Pectra. All right, that was the last upgrade. So these spikes happen when the upgrades happen. So this one right here is Fusaka, the last one in December. But Pectra is the one that created. So let me go through this a little bit. So Pectra combines the execution layer and the consensus layer, making it Ethereum's largest hard fork since Denkun in 2024. Let me get back in the screen here. Sorry. With 11 Ethereum improvement proposals, it focuses on account abstraction for user-friendly wallets, staking optimizations for institutions, and data throughput boosts layer 2, scaling, setting the foundation for 2025's Fusaka's upgrade. The reason why I'm telling you this is at those points, that's when the upgrades happened. When the upgrades happened, scaling improved. They were able to do more with the blockchain. And so it's these upgrades spurn more transactions happening. And it says,
Yeah, but Billy said the spike was specifically on New Year's Eve.
no, that's not
And
what I,
that's what Billy said. The spike was specifically on New Year's Eve.
Well, what it said, let me reread it because we got it right here. It says the number of daily transactions on Ethereum surged to a new all-time high alongside of notable increases in the number of new and active addresses, the data shows. According to the blocks data, the 7-day moving average of transaction on the Ethereum network reached 1.87 million on December 31st. So the moving average of transactions on Ethereum's network reached 1.87 million on December 31st. That surpassed a previous peak of 1.61 million recorded on May 10th, 2021 during the height of the NFT and DeFi boom. So what I'm saying is, to me, and if you keep reading, this is the recent surge has been driven primarily by network upgrades, which is what Redman's saying, that has slashed fees, boosted scalability, and attracted institutional participation via ETFs and real-world assets tokenization, said Rick Ruck, director of LVRG Research. So I don't find it suspicious from activity is activity. So I like that. What, to Dave's point of on the last day,
Yeah, you can
of the
spin
year,
up a bunch of bots and they could
You
they could
could-
do
you
the
could-
activity. And that's
yeah.
what they're doing. A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are. I'm sure
It's
there are.
prevalent. 80% of the comments on X are spun up by bots.
Yeah, I mean it's getting worse too.
I'm definitely not going to deny that part. It's definitely a part of crypto, and it's going to stay a part of crypto for a long time. But
It
I
just
think
sounds
it's
super fishy for
I think it's
baddest
I think
time
it's
of the
a
year for every asset across the world, and they're having spikes.
I think it also has to do with the improvements and the upgrades. I think these devs on ETH, they control how efficient ETH is. And so if they want ETH to be more efficient, it's going to be more efficient. And that's what they did with Petra, and they did that with Fusaka. Fusaka is the deflationary mechanism that is making the price of ETH go up. And people are front
The
running
price of
ETH
ETH
right
is not
now.
going up.
It is going up. It is going up.
Overall,
Today
it is. Yeah,
it's $3,140 today.
That's like
It's
saying the
going up.
price of Bitcoin isn't going up. It's going up. It's just that there's pullbacks
It's
and there's dips.
slow, but yeah, it's going up. And so I mean, we're talking 50 to 60% since Petra went live. ETH's price has gone up. And then you have Fusaka,
When
which
did
is a deflationary measure, making the price of ETH go up. But it's going to take a couple months for Fusaka to run its course and actually take effect. But ETH's price, if it goes to $4,000 or $5,000 this year, I wouldn't be surprised.
ETH
You
is
know?
the same price it's been since February 2024.
Because it did have the dips on October 10th, and it's recovering from that dip. Yeah, you're right, Dave. I get your point.
All right,
but
so February 2026, 2022 is where the ETH is at the same price as it was then.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Well,
Well.
no, I'm going to wait for ETH to retrace down to that, 1800 to 2200
Yeah,
range.
I mean, you make
and
50% on that.
yeah, and so because we don't know, none of us know
Right.
if we're out of this bull or into this bear, right? A lot of
Right.
people are
Black
predicting.
swans and everything
Well, they're
else.
predicting this elongated cycle, and I haven't
I
been
mean,
back to Ben Cowan's site to see. Does anybody know if the alts on the 1010 actually pulled us down to that 0.25 of the total crypto market that he was wanting? He said it's basically once we get down.
I don't think we reached it yet.
Okay,
We haven't
so
got
haven't
to
been
that
watching.
point yet.
because if we hit that, if that pulled us down, there is some argument, technical analysis wise, to make that would say we could come back up. I'm just playing it as, look, it's really played out exactly as 3 years ago, when Jimmy and I talk about this, we're like, hey man, we got to get out October-ish, 2025. And Andrea knows. Andrea and we've talked about it. It's like, that's September, October, November, and look what happened. It's kind of perfectly in line with the cycle. And I know that raises a lot of people's eyebrows when you got people saying for the cycle and people now saying it's different. Well, I want to go back and read any book about financial markets. Go back and read about the collapse in 29, the Great Depression. Go back and read the newspaper articles, which I've done, pulled up the old clippings at the library and read what was being written at those times. The market is different this time. It's different this time. It's going to keep going. It's different this time. Those words, it's different this time. I was like, man, people just aren't living that. Those people in 29, I mean, maybe a few of them are left, right? But most of them aren't alive. So we forget the lessons of 100 years ago. And so it's not different this time, not to me. It's just not different. It's like, just keep with the fundamentals, be safe, be smart. Don't follow the herd, follow the technicals. And technicals told me, get out. And as we all know, like literally that day, I'll never forget that. I dream about that day because it was like, yeah, all of it's here for your HODL bags to get out. And hopefully a lot of you guys did. Most of us can't get hurt on the long-term HODLs anyways, but still, you made a lot of money you had a lot of high balances from the good run that we had. And people say we didn't have a good run. I say we had a great run. I say it did everything that we thought we were going to do, whether you're talking about Cardano at 24 cents all the way up to past $1. I mean, that's good profit in 28 months, 24 months. That's really good profit. You had Solana from like $22 up to over 200. You had ETH go back $600 up to, over 4,000. Of course, Bitcoin. I mean, we had some, even XRP, right? XRP, people got into XRP at like 34 cents, 35 cents. So I just think that maybe everybody just was expecting more, but I thought the cycle did pretty much. I wanted DOT to do better. All of the dinos, Atom, DOT. What's some of the other ones?
Cosmos,
Cake, Matic. Yeah, I still have my Matic. I still have my Matic in the ledger because it's just dead, right? I did read an article the other day though, and I don't have it here to share, but there is some building going on over there on Matic. They're front running some of the stuff that I heard that was new to me. I was like, hey, that'd be good. That'd be really, really good if they get hooked up and could get some action going over there on Matic or Pol chain, POL now, guys. But yeah. You have any thoughts, Dark Crash? Any thoughts before we we're talking about the ETH piece? You want to?
I just wanted to say all the data you guys have been putting into this conversation is pointing a lot more towards what I had just referenced, which was the build phase that we're in versus the bear or bull. Like we did have that nice run up. Again, that's the Ethereum chart with the levels that you guys were referring to for retracement. But we're in that build phase. We had a bullish run up, right? And then we, for lack of better words, consolidated. I don't think we've ever had true capitulation. We have had we've had the inherent downturn, but we have not had the retest of DBSI or a check of any of those value areas. But at the moment, with the current setup and where we are in the world today, we needed one more wick down if we want to have some sort of bear market. If not, we are just leveling out, and then we're going to see another bullish run, for lack of better words, which I think is going to be a lot more spiky than what we had here. We had more of a staircase escalator kind of deal with Bitcoin and even Ethereum, really, despite its rocky road that you can see.
Yeah, and look when those lines get close together. If you put your cursor on them, how they're coming down. So go back and you see, or they get closer together and it shoots up. Boom, close together, shoots up. And then you go up, close together, and look at that one, shot down.
Yeah.
And then you come up the other side, they spread out, and then they come down and get closer together.
Yeah.
And when they do that, going back to, you could see, it looks, that as one indicator, that is one piece of data set. Mm-hmm. It does look like it could pop up. It does look like it could pop up, but that's
if you look at the waves compared, it normally goes down after a big wave and it comes together like that.
Yeah. So go back go back. You just see where it came up. They're spread out, and then it tightens up and comes down.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it turns that white, it looks like it's over. And it has a big wave prior, and then the other way seems like it's the same. Like once it turns white going the other way after a big wave, it goes up. It seems like it needs it down.
I think it's gonna tighten up, and you can see that one of them go down, and you can't see my cursor. I'm moving it. It's on Crash's screen. but then you can see on the other one, it tightens up, and it goes up, and it's a big pump, and then the next one it comes down.
Squeeze. Yep.
And then it comes back up. So I don't know. There's some more room for it to go down, but that's just one data set. That's just one indicator. Mm-hmm. That's why I can't trade that way. I can use that.
No, and you got to see confluence.
I got to see confluence. Got to see confluence in everything. So, but that is an interesting data set to look at if you're a trader. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts on the ETH piece?
Yeah, I think if yeah, I think when Ethereum slash Base slash Optimism, when they figure out how to make gas fees cheaper, they'll have more transactions on their blockchain. And I think they figured that out with Pectra, and I think they, there was some comments saying that ETH isn't deflationary.
Right.
But at the same time, since Fusaka, we really haven't seen that play out just yet. So I think it's a little early to say that, but that's
We'll
just
have to say that it is or isn't deflationary. What position are you taking?
I'm saying that it will become deflationary. Yes,
But it's not right now.
You just gotta. It's not right now, but you just gotta let the upgrade do its job, and in a couple months, let's revisit this and see where we're at. But I'm shooting from the hip, saying that yeah, it is going to be deflationary.
Yeah, everybody, time will tell, right? Everybody has their own thoughts and opinions about it. Melissa, neighbor, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. JR, good to see you. Lasers, go pew, pew, pew. What's going on, Lasers? Good to see you. Who else? Anybody else pop in that we want to say hi to? We already said hello to Andrew, of course, and Curtis. Yeah, okay. Great to see everybody. Thanks for popping in on a Sunday to see Billy Goat Tales. Next up, we have little Red's research action going on. What's going on, Red? You got a good story for us?
Let's go.
I don't think we can play that anymore, can we?
I don't know. Can we?
I don't know.
That's
Are we allowed to play it?
I don't,
Are we still doing the Red research one?
Welcome, everybody.
There we
We'll
go.
find out, won't we?
We'll find out.
Let me find it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
So, that was a transition.
So I'm big on the Clarity Act.
I'm hearing static.
Static.
You hearing static?
Yeah.
You getting a
I
text
see
message?
bubbles.
Oh,
Somebody mute their mic.
hello.
I'm seeing bubbles.
Check, mic check.
Yeah,
1 2 1 2.
it's not crashed. I still hear it.
Okay, you still hear it? I don't think it's mine. I don't know. Maybe it's mine.
Or we just muted everybody else. Yeah, it was you.
It was me.
Yeah.
It's always
We'll
something.
cut that section.
Yeah,
Maybe-
we'll cut it. We'll
maybe
leave it
you need
on
a new
the
battery.
editing floor.
Maybe you need a new battery. You got bubbles behind you too, by the way.
Yeah, but
right?
if you were showing us something, they're not behind you anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, let me
There we
do this
go.
over here. All right.
This is not a professional production.
So yeah, definitely not. All right. So my thing was the Clarity Act. So on January 15th, the Senate will be meeting to how they're going to move forward on the Clarity Act. Hopefully we can get a vote on the 15th and get this thing passed. There's some rumors saying that there's some inner workings of Senate people that are arguing right now. It's probably between big banks and crypto because big banks don't want to lose their customer base to crypto, but eventually it's going to happen anyways. Just to go over the bill real quick, the Clarity Act divides oversight between SEC and CFTC. It exempts commodities on mature networks. Now that's important because they classify mature blockchains as being 6 months of activity from the SEC rules, to foster innovation without stifling growth. And this current status and timeline, the House passed the bill in July of 2025. So since July, they've been arguing over this in the Senate. And the Senate Banking Committee has scheduled a markup for January 15th after delays from internal disputes. It's expected to be appended to the FY 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, NDAA for short, for swift passage. And then this is the Kalshi prediction part of it. It says, with Kalshi prediction markets showing a 69% chance of enactment before May of 2026. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with this relief rally that we're getting. I feel like traders and buyers of crypto are kind of front running this Clarity Act a little bit. I think it's a buy the rumor, sell the news type deal. I do believe when the Clarity Act is passed, we are going to see a nice little dump. That's my worthless opinion, like Billy says. Not financial advice. Do your own research. It says regulatory clarity and classification framework. The act establishes a clear test for classifying tokens. If decentralized and functional, they're commodities under the CFTC, otherwise securities under the SEC. This resolves the regulatory gray zone that we had problems with Gary Gensler, reducing enforcement actions like those against Uniswap or Coinbase, and promotes self-custody and DeFi. So we definitely, that part of the Clarity Act is definitely bullish for crypto. Impact on stablecoins and prior legislation. Building on the 2025 Genius Act, Clarity formalizes market structure enabling CFTC regulated spot markets for non-security tokens. Coinbase notes it's more complex than stablecoin bills, requiring detailed rules on custody, disclosures, and anti-manipulation, which is going to be humongous. Some people are saying that there will be an automatic price evaluation. Like they're saying that as soon as the Clarity Act is passed, you're going to see a major pump in crypto. But like I said before, I think it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event again, and we won't see the actual effects to the Clarity Act to months after, six months to a year after it's passed in Congress. And I think that's a conservative outlook on this. The Moon Boys are out there saying we're going to pump to the moon, but I mean, they say that about everything. So, but I just don't believe that's true in this case because we have to wait for liquidity to catch up. Market's reaction. This goes right in, segues right into this part. Market reactions and price implications. Despite optimism, analysts like those from Coinbase and Bankless Times doubt immediate price boosts, citing 2025's regulation not preventing dips. However, long term, it could catalyze altcoin rallies, altcoin season, altcoin rallies with XRP and others like Uniswap and Aave benefiting from clear paths to ETFs and listings. That's another thing that Clarity Act will do. It will speed up ETF filings. So that's humongous. That's bullish for crypto. That part is institutional and industry to support. So backed by pro-crypto lawmakers and the Trump administration's promises, the bill has bipartisan elements but face Senate delays. Firms like Bitwise filing for the 11 altcoin ETFs, so they really want this thing to pass, see it as enabling broader products, while prediction markets reflect Kalshi 42% odds of passage by March 2026, signaling growing confidence. Potential risks and criticism. Skeptics warn of implementation hurdles like defining mature blockchains, like we talked about earlier with the 6-month category, which could lead to litigation. Coinbase highlights complexity and dual oversight, potentially creating loopholes, while IMF concerns over stablecoins, systemic risk could influence amendments. And we're definitely going to see that. This thing will pass, and they'll add to it like crazy. Broader economic and global context, if passed, Clarity could position the U.S. as a crypto hub, attracting firms from restricted regions like the EU. It aligns with 2026 predictions of BTC at 150 to 200K via state reserves, but analysts note prior regulations didn't permit slumps, emphasizing macro factors like rate cuts. So they're expecting rate cuts, and they're expecting Bitcoin to go to 150 to 200K. We'll have to see on that part.
Well, what's the summary, Red? Instead of just reading it all, like, what do you feel? Like you're thinking it's going to be bearish?
Well, Billy, I'm going to hold true to my 4-year cycle stance, and I think the 4-year cycle is still playing out, just like in October we saw that dip. Why? Because that was the end of the 4-year cycle, and it played out exactly like we thought it was going to. Now it caught us a little early. I thought it was going to be more towards the later October, not October 10th when we're on vacation, all having a good time. And I'm sitting there yelling and screaming, hey, we lost $10,000 in Bitcoin today. And you guys were like, Jeff, shut up. And I'm sitting there looking at my phone like, hey, it just keeps on going down. It just keeps on going down. And you guys were like, hey, we're trying to have fun here. You know, we don't want to talk about bearish stuff. We want to talk about bullish stuff. And I get
It's
it.
just the build market, not the bear market.
I get it. I get it. No, well, I mean, when you drop from 126 to what, 76,000, that's a steep drop, guys. I mean, you got to pay attention to those signs. That is it. Definitely, yes, the weekly on Bitcoin hasn't crossed over into the red yet, but it is getting closer and closer. And I just, in the back of my head, that's why I said I'm tippy-toeing into coins. I'm not throwing everything in right now because, man, there's a lot of 2026 to go.
Yeah, and we're just entered a fresh fiscal year. As a result, we are there's a lot of angst looking into the next 3 quarters after this one. So there's a lot of people trying to, how do I say this, hedge at the moment. Obviously, we're still pending a potential drop, but yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody has to have their own thesis, right? And I think just because my thesis is different than yours doesn't mean I'm right or you're wrong or I'm wrong and you're right. It's just, hey, you have to have an investment thesis. And you got to start, zoom out, right? And then work your way down. And so my investment thesis is that everything's done exactly what we thought it would do. It's hard for me to other than when fear and greed goes to, extreme fear, I'll buy Bitcoin every time. It's always proved to be good. Other than that, though, I'm not going to go out and, like I said, today I had a choice. I'm going to buy some stocks or I'm going to buy some more Bitcoin. Most of my portfolio is stocks, so I'm just like, that's what I'm comfortable with. But I'm a ethos believer of Bitcoin. I always want to own more Bitcoin. So, when it's in fear and greed's in red, in fear, I'm buying Bitcoin. My wallet shows that. I just buy it when it's in fear like that. And it's always worked. It's always worked. Sometimes you got to wait a little longer, than normal, or not normal, than you would hope. But most of the time, I think that last buy was in the 80s, right? 82 or 4, whenever it was. It's like 80 something. And that's probably to your point, Crash, because our levels we've talked about on this show, that 68 range for Bitcoin. Yep. See, even if you bought it at 82 and it goes down to that, say 68,000, you're going to be fine in another 12 months from there, right? Yep. So you really have a hard time getting hurt with Bitcoin. And Red, when you're not talking, you got to shut that mic off, dude. It's like, but if you're talking, don't forget to turn it back on. But so everybody's got to have a thesis, is my point. And your thesis might be different than mine. It's okay. It doesn't make you wrong or me right. It's just, you got to have a thesis.
No, and what I was trying to allude to as well with it being a new fiscal year. Last year, obviously, the payouts have gone out to clients from these big institutions. So now it's a look of how can they spend the money they have allocated now to make enough money for their clients before the end of next year, or this year, excuse me. But yeah, so that's why it's a big question mark right now. The markets are really starting to, how do I say this, get their foot more rooted in the ground. Obviously, these institutions and ETFs have been making great strides, but now, are they ready to run, or ready to really run with it?
Yeah, in the macro charts, if you look, and these were built years and years before Bitcoin was ever thought of, like the whole economy runs in macro cycles. And it's those charts that are floating around out there, you've seen them before. I've seen them 1,000 times. They're macro cycle charts for the American economy and the world economy. And we are in 2026 would be one where we are not only in a mid-year presidential election, mid-cycle, but we're also in a bigger 10-year cycle of it should it should come down. The market should come down in 2026. Now, there's always these events that could change that. But if you look historically, 2026 should be a soft year. But we're in the middle of an AI boom right now, new technology frontier, just like the Industrial Revolution. And so is that going to change what would otherwise be? Maybe. I mean, so that's why nobody really knows, but you have to have your own thesis and build off of that. And with Bitcoin, you can rarely be wrong if you just buy and hold. I mean, I mean, like, is there anybody other than the people that sold Bitcoin? Is there anybody that hasn't done well with Bitcoin? It's like, if you bought it at 69, you're up today. And 69 was the top in 2021. Just hold. I mean, that's not financial advice. That's what I do. So clip that. We do have this cool story, though, I wanted to get to because, man, time flies on this channel every single time. Turkmenistan. Now, guys, that's not Turkey. That's actually, it's over by Afghanistan, but it's more in Central Asia. But they now legalize crypto mining and trading under the new framework. So when we talk about mass adoption, worldwide mass adoption, these are the stories that prove that it's happening, or at least feed into it's happening. Not just the ETFs and the adoption by the for these new treasuries and governments and cities and states building treasuries, but these countries that are adopting crypto mining and trading are now legal. This signals a shift in one of the world's most controlled economies, which has been largely dependent on its natural gas resources. Turkmenistan has officially legalized domestic cryptocurrency mining and trading as a new law regulating digital assets came into full effect on Thursday. It's the country, which is one of the world's most closed nations, operates a highly controlled economy, long anchored in its rich natural gas resources, which rank as the fourth largest globally. While crypto mining and trading are now permitted, cryptocurrencies will not be recognized as a means of payment in the Central Asian country. Internet access also remains tightly regulated and controlled by the government. So you were talking about this, to me, would be similar if you know, and I served over in Korea, but the North Koreans, the tight control that they have in North Korea, and everything is controlled. It's kind of like remarkable that they would be willing to move forward with cryptocurrency. So I think that's a big, huge shot in the arm for crypto adoption. What's your thoughts about that, Redman? Interesting. No big news, no news, little news. What's your thoughts?
Yeah. So, first of all, I'd like to ask, am I coming through okay?
It still has a, you should, like during a break, or when you're not talking, you should probably unplug and plug back in or something, because it's got like a fuzziness when you talk.
All right. Okay.
That's better. I don't know if you did something.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. But no, as far as so this could pave the way for further reforms, different countries, or it could pave the way for a CBDC. I mean, I guess we always look at these things like, oh, it's mass adoption, so it must be good. But there's always two sides to a coin. So, you know, this thing could go either way. I think it's bullish for Bitcoin. Of course, we want more miners out there mining. So,
I think it's bullish too. What's your thoughts, Dave? Interesting. Does it move the needle?
I like the way that the way that you put it. You know, that they're so strict, so that them laxing on some of their regulations and allowing their people to do some things is good for the people, and it could be bullish. But I mean, in the big scheme of things, there's 7.5 million people over there, so there's really not going to move the needle.
Mhm.
You know, not price wise.
Yeah. Thoughts, Crash?
I feel like it's more or less like this wonderful adoption that we're seeing of other nations recognizing that they need to for better or worse, jump on the bandwagon at this point. Like it's something that's never going to leave. You look at the total market; it's amazing, crypto as a whole, the developments in blockchain technology. But if we just focus squarely on the market cap of Bitcoin, we're sitting at what is it, 1.8 trillion right now. So that's an incredibly solid number to consider. Like, this ain't just magic internet money, like our good friend, what's his name? Squirrel Shine
Magic
Bob.
internet
Yeah,
money.
Oh, Squirrel Shine Bob.
yeah, yeah. It's not that. It's definitely not that. Because why would there be 1.8 trillion in something so supposedly fake? Right?
Yeah, no doubt. Where is Squirrel Shine Bob? I haven't seen him in a while. Isn't it
Oh.
interesting when Tony's not here, Squirrel Shine Bob's not here? I'm just saying.
Double account.
So I find it very interesting worldwide adoption. Love it. Love every piece of that. I think it's good for all of us. But that's just my worthless opinion, right? So
Billy, I think your opinion is not worthless. I think your opinion is very important, and I appreciate your opinion.
I appreciate yours too, Dave. I appreciate everybody on our panel here.
Dave Digital.
Dave Digital. So here's one, Bitmine. So yeah, Red, mute that, will you? Bitmine publishes new chairman's message explaining why shareholders should vote yes to approve the amendment to what? Increase authorized shares. What's this mean? What's this mean, Billy? Okay, well, shareholders are, this vote's coming up on January 14th to review the chairman's message and vote on the 4 proposals prior to January 14th. Bitmine will hold its annual share holder meeting at the Wynn in Las Vegas. Redman's going to go down on location January 15th, 2026, right, Redman? You can go stand outside the Wynn.
Okay, I will.
Okay. That's just, it's like throwing a baseball for you, man. You're out there in the Red Canyon. Bitmine, well, come on. Bitmine remains supported by a premier group of institutional investors, including ARK, Kathy Wood, Founders Fund, Bill Miller, all these different people, Galaxy, Tommy Lee, Tommy Lee to support Bitmine's goal of acquiring 5% of ETH. To see, today, BMNR announced the release of the chairman's message outlining why shareholders are being asked to vote yes on a proposal to increase the company's authorized shares. Thus, the message is now available on Bitmine's website, blah, 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 blah. What are we talking about? Well, just like a Michael Saylor move. I need more cash to buy more Ethereum, or in his case, in Saylor's case, Bitcoin, right? So we were talking about Ethereum earlier, talk about activity, what's going on the chain that we don't know about. There's all these moves being made that we don't know anything about. And we also, it resonates with me, and I don't know why, but it resonates with me last year, if you recall, the Trump boys saying, buy ETH, trust me, buy ETH. And those guys are basically billionaires, right? They got a huge empire. They know how to make money. And when I saw from a technical analysis side, when I saw ETH get to a point where I was like, man, it's retraced what Dave and I would call the value area low of a macro. I'm like, okay, we're going to buy this. So there's the narrative, and the best traders I know, they will tell you over and over again that the news doesn't impact them. Narrative fundamentals don't impact them. The technical analysis, show me the chart, I'll show you the news. That's a lifer saying, and all the traders say it. And I'm personally, I come from both sides of those things. I see exactly what they're talking about with the technicals. I believe in the technicals, but I also believe when a bomb is dropped in the outside world and it blows up all the oil, for instance, oil price is going to go up no matter what was on that chart the day before because of supply and demand.
Yeah, but I think what they're saying is the charts will tell you before because the people know that's going to drop the bomb that leaked it out throughout the people that already bought the oil.
And maybe, I mean, I agree that could happen. Like big money knows certain things
Yeah.
before we do. I agree with
Yeah.
that. I agree with that. But there's just these unexpected things. So I'm just saying for my world, I come from like both sides of that. And when I see different events like this going on with Ethereum, and now it's public knowledge, and now we get to look into that looking glass window into what they're trying to do. Michael Saylor called it right, man. He called it right. And is Tommy Lee calling it right? That's the question I asked the panel. I don't know. I'm becoming slowly, personally, not financial advice, more bullish on Ethereum. This year is the last 12 months. I mean, now Jimmy Jim, he's our whale holder on Ethereum. He has a lot more Ethereum than I have. But we really haven't got into with Jimmy on the show, and he's at the card show right now, but we really need to get next time Jimmy's on next week, we need to ask him, like, of all the cryptos, why did you load up on Ethereum? He also loaded up on Bitcoin, of course, but why Ethereum? Because I don't think we ever really got to that. Did we, Dave? Do you know why?
I don't think we did, but my guess is that it was just timing. It was just one of the strongest horses in the stables at that time when he was loading up, I think we were all fairly new in crypto at that time. So I think that it was the big dog, I think he got to know ETH afterwards in its performance, but I think back then it was the spark. It was the everything, ETH is, even though it's still underneath a lot of things, ETH was a spark back then. I mean, that was the only way you could do anything. Bitcoin, you couldn't do anything with, and ETH, you could do stuff with. It cost you a lot of money, but you could do stuff.
Yeah. Smart contracts. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was just probably timing is my guess. And that was what's available to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm becoming a little more of a bull on ETH myself. I do want to, let's take a look at, and we'll get the Cardano chart ready, Crash. I'm going to pull up this story. This is interesting. Everybody knows I'm a Cardano. I don't want to call me a maxi. I just love the chain. I love using the chain. I love the ethos of that chain. Oh, sorry. Let me, I didn't do it right. Hold on, guys. You can play it for me, Dave. Let's see here. I got to pull this down.
Looks about right.
That's your chart. Let me see. Screen share. Boom. Boom. So Cardano, this according to investing.com, Cardano was trading at 0.38 by 11:35 GMT on the investing.com index on Friday. This was on Friday. Up 10.04 on the day. It was the largest one-day percentage gain since December 2nd, 2025. The move upwards pushed Cardano's market cap to 13.523 billion, or 0.44% of the total cryptocurrency market cap. At its highest, Cardano's market cap was 94.8 billion. Cardano had traded in that range between 35 cents and 38 cents in the previous 24 hours. Over the past 7 days, Cardano has seen a rise in value as it gained 8.47%. The volume of Cardano traded in the 24 hours to time of the writing of this article, which is about 736.69 million of the total volume of cryptocurrencies. Let's see. So what is going on? Well, here's what I say about that. I say it's been beat up from the feet up. I mean, I jumped in at 64 cents, I think was the last what I'd call significant purchase of Cardano. It is one of the hodl bags that I have that is down. But in that bag, there's a lot at 24 cents and, 30 cents and 40 cents too. So, but yeah, I went in, I think I was on air. I said to everybody, I'm buying Cardano at 64 cents, I believe it was. I still believe now, since then I switched and cashed about half of that out for night. And so I was able to get a piece of the night move. And Red, on your bubbles, how has night played year to date? How has night played? If you can type that in. Because night's been moving. I think it's retraced a little bit here recently, but it did move nicely.
Yeah, so it's sitting at rank 51. It's $1.5 billion market cap. It's sitting at 8 cents right now. It's
Can you
on the
slide
daily.
yourself over so we can see that? I can't see that.
Here. There you go.
Yeah.
But on the weekly, that's a better chart. We're down one spot to number 51. It looks like it's just consolidating at this level, at this 8 cent to 10 cent level, just consolidating back and forth right now. But it did have a bullish start. I remember it going from 4 cents to 10 cents pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So,
I mean, it started off in the top 100. So pretty bullish on midnight.
Yeah. And what does the chart say for Cardano, Crash?
Let's see. It says going to zero. Just kidding.
We got to do it. We got to do it. Where's Jesse at? Go ahead and do it, Jesse.
Where's Muhammad?
So what we see here is just more or less landing on the big red line of support or resistance in that case for the bear market buckets, as I like to refer to them. But another feature that we're looking at is the pinch of the ribbons. So right kind of where it transitioned, kind of this zone where it transitioned into more or less that pump wave that we look for, the squeeze, then just like how we had the squeeze here, the squeeze there, and so on and so forth, even the squeeze is down. We're more or less at a retest point, and that notion of Cardano going up about 10% there, that would be here represented on the 4-hour, where we're seeing it essentially breaching where the DBSI line was. It's interesting that it stopped right there, but more or less we're looking to kind of test this energy field here I like to refer to before scooping up, which would be the next range in the 42 cent range, I believe is where we would be heading next, looking for the next measured move. Otherwise, this would be an ideal flip zone is 46 before we see any sort of considerable move upward. I believe over here on the weekly, it said you were looking at a purchase of about 64 cent when you were talking about getting into your position there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be right around there. I don't know if you can see the gray dotted line as well, but essentially I see why you would have. It was at a very particular point where it was kind of, you had the test up here. You're like, okay, there's some energy, there's some resistance there. And then over here, you see it kind of flip on its head. It's almost literally upside down version of this right here. And you're like, okay, now it's more or less a support test. I see exactly why you would have done that. But the technicals just, if we look down here, just not ideal in my circumstance for a purchase because of the fact that we have overbought, what do you call them, RSI and stochastics below the 50-60. So that needs to bleed out a little bit more, which it has done, albeit it has not flipped to oversold yet, which has me a little concerned and got my eyes watching on that before any potential move up. Did generate a giant weekly green dot, however, so that's pretty fantastic, for lack of better words. That's the only kind of serious support I would see at the moment. Otherwise, we're kind of looking at a continuation, a multi-hump, if you will, possibly like this, where we see multiple Christmas light dots going on. Yeah.
Yep. Did somebody have a question? I heard somebody say something.
Thought I heard something.
Oh, that's Dave.
Oh.
What's going on, Dylan? Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. It's Dylan over there at Star Dogs. Appreciate you popping in. We're doing great, man.
Glad to have you.
Yep. Our peeps, our family, Star Dogs.
Dark Crash, did you see a golden cross in there anywhere?
I have to double check.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word: I was going to excuse me.
Dave Digital likes that one.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
Hasn't happened. You can see it happening.
Yeah.
So you got the 50 and the 200? Is that what you're looking at? A golden cross?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not there yet.
Yeah. Well, man, it's interesting news that you pull up the top, like the trending news stories, and one of them was Cardano, and I thought, wow, it kind of plays into. I just always think that I love the like Bitcoin. I love the ethos of Cardano. I like what it stands for. I like the simplicity of using the chain too, and swapping. Like to swap Cardano, it's just safe. You don't have problems. It's I don't know. I guess it's just like you like the Richardson 112s, Dave. Like you you go through different hats, and you find one that form fits. It wears well. It's like I'm a Richardson 112 guy, that's how I feel about Cardano. It's just easy to use, safe, strong, good people. Never had a problem with it.
Reliable infrastructure for sure. Yeah.
Reliable. Yeah. But it's not for everybody, and everybody do their own research, of course, and all that fun stuff. I do want to go, because you guys know that we have Dave Digital's hosting of In Simple Terms on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing a fantastic job for Billy Goat Tales Network.
AM.
AM. Did I say PM?
One time.
Oh, I said PM? Gosh.
Okay.
Let's retake that. You guys do know that Dave Digital hosts In Simple Terms at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Times on Saturday morning. Clip it. And we're branching out. We're branching out. We're bringing a lot of new ideas. We're working on a lot of new ideas, and we're really cutting out. We were looking at the amount of videos that we are putting out as a team, and we're right up there with some of the biggest channels putting out a lot of content. And so we're certainly proud of that, and proud of everything that our team has been doing and is doing. And we're also, and this is just a little teaser, we're also going to be launching CB Live on the Billy Goat Tales network. And here's a little bit about what it is about. So one of the things I'm going to be launching is CB Live. And on CB Live, it will not be really a crypto show. It will be more of a spiritual show that really asks the deep questions. Why are we here? What is our life about? What is our purpose? How did we all come together? Why are we in each other's life path now? What does it mean? Can I find my happiness from watching this show? Is there little tidbits? Is there little slivers of techniques and tips that I can use to become happier and to become more settled and content and answer the big questions of life? So there you go. That's going to be CB Live we're working on. So you're going to start seeing some shorts pop up, some clips, just us promoting that. We've yet to pick the exact time slot, but it will be a live show that we do. And it will be probably no more than a half an hour live show that we're going to be doing. So hopefully you guys can tune into that. And it's really nothing to do with crypto. It's more about just life in general and spiritualness and some of the stuff that we're baking into some of the opportunities that are coming our way. And we want to also make sure we always are partnering with the right the right people too. So as we grow, we get more and more opportunities of people reaching out and collaborations and sponsorships requests through emails and otherwise. And we just want to make sure that we're doing this the exact right way with the right partners. And it all started in Frankie's Discord or Frankie's channel, Find Your People and Givers Gain. And we want to make sure that we continue those ethos all the way through to the entire crypto community. We have some really cool things planned that we're going to try to submit next week when Jimmy and Tony are with us as a team for a team meeting. With
Did you say Tony?
Ugh, Tony. Did you?
Take something. We love you, fam. Oh, man. So did you guys see this? Tether increases Bitcoin reserves with significant, let me get rid of this, significant in the Q4 by 8,888 Bitcoin. Man, that company, this pop-ups are driving me crazy. That company, I'd love to work for that company. I mean, very limited amount of employees, small company, and they're just killing it, man. In the move underscoring its commitment to Web3 and cryptocurrency sector, Tether, the issue of the world's largest stablecoin, USDT, in terms of market cap and overall global adoption, expanded its Bitcoin portfolio by acquiring approximately 8,888 Bitcoin during the final quarter of 2025. It reflects the company's firm belief in Bitcoin's role as a reliable long-term asset. The latest buildup elevates Tether's overall Bitcoin stash to more than 96,000 Bitcoins, valued at roughly 8.4 billion based on prevailing prices, according to the Arkham's intelligence data. And there you have the Bitcoin transaction. Let's see. I think there was something else. Despite short-term fluctuations, Tether's consistent Bitcoin buy signals sustained optimism. Yeah, that was it. So yeah. So here you have a company, guys, another company. Now they're Tether. So of course, like back in the day, we were like with FTX and Luna, I was always leery of stable coins, man. I was like, as soon as I got my money in stable coins, I was turning that into Bitcoin. I was like, I don't want to, like, we've seen USDT depeg from the $1 mark. Like, if you've been in crypto for a little bit, you know that there was times where it unpegged. And so that was always scary to me. It's like, man, a dollar should be a dollar, whether it's an American dollar that deflates or not. A dollar should be a dollar. So it always concerned me. And as the markets progressed and adoption has occurred, my fear of holding Tether personally or USDC has subsided with each year that has passed. And I don't know if that's good, if that's bad. That's just my position and opinion, because I think with FTX going down and Luna and Celsius and all these issues that have occurred all the way back to Mt. Gox, I think with the regulation and the eyeballs that are on this now, I think it's made it a little bit more suitable for my fear to be lessened than it once was. So now, like we were talking about during the Bitcoin off season, during the bear market, one of the questions we asked a few episodes ago was, where are you going to park your profits? And we had real estate, we had stocks, we had some people were saying they're going to buy equipment, other like ASICs, and you can get by parking it in Tether or USDC, you can make 4% on your money. And before, I would never think about doing that because I was always fearful that something could happen and it's not a one-to-one because I've seen it depeg. And my fear of that, especially as they buy more and more Bitcoin, is just been diminished. How about you guys? What's your thoughts on it, Redman?
Yeah, so obviously this is bullish for Bitcoin. I mean, they're continuing to allocate 15% of their profit into Bitcoin, and so they're just stacking. I mean, they're the most profitable company in crypto by far. I think last time I checked, I think we talked about this before. It was like
I think they're the
$54
most
million.
profitable ever, right? Per employee.
Yeah, per employee.
$4 million per employee. Yeah. I mean, that's massive. So yeah, Tether more trustworthy. I mean, I really haven't heard much about the FUD on Tether where they would go insolvent, other than people afraid of the price of Bitcoin going tanking and taking all those companies with it. But that's just capitalism. I mean, that's just going to happen to any company at any time. I don't think Tether's doing anything crazy other than buying gold and Bitcoin. And then trying to buy soccer teams. We talked about that too. So they're obviously trying to diversify their own portfolio. I mean, there's a lot of growth ahead for Tether, because now, stable coins have product market fit now, and there's going to be more ways to use stable coins. Definitely not the same feeling you had 4 years ago. Definitely a little more trustworthy of stable coins nowadays since the Genius Act has passed and they have their regulation. Yeah, I'm totally bullish on Tether.
Well, yeah, this cycle, we haven't heard anything about like a depeg and just being in a stable. This cycle, this past 4 years, has all been about stable coins adoptions. There's been more stable coins launched this cycle than in any other cycle ever. So stable coins are here to stay. We just came from a place though where like there wasn't a stable coin, like this whole idea of there even needing to be. So if you recall in the very beginning, you buy Bitcoin, you had to own Bitcoin to own Ethereum. You had to own Bitcoin to buy XRP. Like Bitcoin was the stable coin. It was how you rolled from one to another. And then USDT came along and it made it say, hey man, it's an intermediary. You can convert this from dollars to USDT, and then you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy XRP, you can buy some of these other. It's a heck of an idea, right? And really no regulation on, well, as you guys have come to find out, you can create as many coins as you want pretty cheaply. It's what it's back to, what it's tied to, what's the reserves holding that down, right? And in the beginning, I guarantee you, I can't prove this. I certainly don't want to, but I guarantee you it was really flying loose back in the beginning. And I was just unstable with it. Go ahead, Crash.
I think some of the skepticism behind, we do have maybe a Band-Aid.
Uh-oh, what do we got here?
Wait, we have Band-Aid with the one gifted membership, and it went right to Buck. So that's really cool to see.
We got to get Buck on the show. Good to see Buck here. Real quick, Crash, before I don't want to cut you off mid. Let's say hello to Band-Aid. Let's say hello to Rocco. The Biomex is in the chat. Let's go the Biomex. Appreciate you. Who else did I miss? Anybody else? I saw Dylan. Great to see you. All right. Thank you, Band-Aid. Buck lurking. Thank you, Buck, for lurking. We appreciate you, even though you are lurking. Go ahead, Crash. Sorry.
Was actually having a brain fart. Forgot where we were at in the last conversation as soon as that gift
Tether,
came up.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, Tether, and okay, yeah. So Tether is essentially doing, stable coins as a whole are essentially trying to accomplish what banks have failed to do, which is back up their assets. So when we go to do these transactions, or even just to store or act like a bank, we use stable coins now, which is essentially a digital third-party permissionless kind of system utilizing blockchains to essentially do what banks have been failing to do. And also the fact that they're buying more and more Bitcoin is substantial, because it just shows how dedicated the business is to ensuring access to customer assets are there.
Yeah. And I remember when they had like 26 employees at Tether, reading a story about that. And now
Yep.
it appears that as of 2026, they're up to 200 employees. Um, they plan to double the workforce. And let's see, there have been no announcements of further massive expansion as the company famously resists the overall hiring cycles common in Silicon Valley. Yeah, and it is still one of the most profitable per employee, even at 200 employees. Estimating revenue 10 billion plus. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, that guy is. It was one heck of an idea to come in and create a quote stable coin to help with adoption and on ramping. And man, that's a Elon Musk type of idea, if you ask me. But glad they're buying Bitcoin. Any thoughts on them buying Bitcoin, Dave? Any pro con? Any thoughts on that?
I'm all for it. I think Tether is one of the biggest catalysts, biggest everything in crypto. I think above Ethereum and next to Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Wow, I can't believe how fast time is flying by here. Let me see if we can do. Let me try to pull this one up before. There you go. I love it. I love it, Dave. All right, 5 crypto. There we go. Well, of course, you pop up ads. Now, this is I'm on Easy Block.
I have seen this show before.
Have
Never
you?
mind. I'll keep that to myself.
Yeah, don't. So they made 5 predictions why 2026 will be a pivotal year for crypto. Now, this is not Billy Goat Tales. We're reading this from easyblockchain.net. Risks drop, potential and profits grow. This is the state of the crypto today against all odds. But we just need some time for things to settle and new crypto positive changes to take effect. According to relevant market predictions, that will be happening all throughout 2026. Next year, we should see some of the biggest, loudest crypto announcements working to their full or almost full power. The 2026 predictions are mostly focused on the crypto becoming closer to non-crypto markets and more tightly integrated with public systems. Clip it, right? Potential risk and changes facing the crypto in 2026. Well, number one, volatility, macro shocks, which interest rates, recessions, or geopolitical events could turn crypto price trends around at any given moment, which we just talked about that. Regulatory pressures, which we've been seeing in the United States, nothing but great regulatory changes. Crypto-facing policies may shift or be suddenly enforced in Europe, U.S., or Asia alike. Security and governance and DeFi. DeFi is growing, right? So this whole idea, I just read an article the other day that said that DeFi just can't work because, or was that you, Andrea? Somebody was saying that when you have decentralization, DeFi can't really be as effective because you need to have a centralized authority for finance. But I don't know if I believe that. Like, I think we're on a new landscape. I think the world's changing quickly and rapidly. And I think that's been the case. And that's been the mood of the people with the centralized authority. But I think things are changing. So I'm not certain that I believe that personally. And then lastly, market fragmentation, overcrowding, and layer 2's token bloat and speculative NFT bubbles should also be minded. So prediction 1, Bitcoin and major cryptos will reach new price milestones. So that's their prediction for 2026. Bitcoin and major cryptocurrencies will reach new price milestones. We'll come back to it. Let's go. Number 2, decentralized finance, DeFi, will enter mainstream finance. That's prediction 2. Prediction 3, regulatory frameworks will become clearer and more supportive. Well, that's for sure. Yeah. Prediction 4, NFTs in the metaverse will evolve beyond collectibles. Are you hearing that, Dylan, from Star Dogs? And number 5, increased adoption of layer 2 solutions and scalability improvements will happen. We expect Ethereum's layer 2s and Bitcoin style layer 2s, like Bitcoin T Hyper 2, significantly improve transactions throughput and lower cost, blah, 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 right? How to prepare for these trends. And it goes on to this pretty good article. I read the whole thing. What do you think, Redman, of these 5 predictions? Number 1 being Bitcoin's major cryptocurrencies will reach new price milestones. And that they include Bitcoin because it says right here, it's 200,000 by early 2026, driven by ETF inflows and institutional demand. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that well, first of all, if you're a 4-year cycle guy, you're not looking for bullish price action this year.
Right.
So I don't agree with this article. It does bring up some good points.
Well, you don't agree with this prediction. How about the next one?
I don't agree with that prediction. No.
How about this one? Decentralized finance will enter mainstream finance in 2026.
I mean, we'll have to see what road our Clarity Act goes down. So
What would that
Clarity Act
qualify
looks
as? Would that qualify as your USDT earning yield? Would DeFi qualify? Would that qualify as DeFi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could happen.
Yeah, but look what they're saying though. DeFi market valued somewhere around 21 billion in 2025 to grow over 231 billion by 2030. I mean, that's a massive.
If it goes mainstream, that makes sense.
Yeah, if it goes mainstream, yeah. I mean, if the Clarity Act passes, definitely bullish on DeFi.
All right. What about this one?
Infrastructure play.
Do you agree that regulatory frameworks will become clearer and more supportive in 2026?
Already passed. Clarity Act that passes, we're good to go. Yeah.
And NFTs in the metaverse will evolve beyond collectibles in 2020.
I saw a post from Gary Vee the other day. He's saying that collectibles are going to evolve. I agree with him. I believe that NFTs will evolve than just JPEGs. We'll have to wait and see though. I mean, Billy, it's been straight down for NFTs. So we need to see a bottom and we need to see them come back up in popularity.
Says NFTs are about to shift towards more practical utilities like fractional real estate, exclusive memberships, peer-to-peer finance, and immersive metaverse economies. And then number 5.
That's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proppy and.
I mean, there's tickets and there's collectibles and all that stuff for your favorite sports team. I think that's already happening.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. Increased adoption, number 5, increased adoption for layer 2 solutions, scalability improvements in 2026. We're going to see. Yeah,
we're already seeing that with the upgrades to Ethereum.
What about you, Crash? You agree with all these? Let's talk about the first one. That's the one Red said, no, man, in the 4-year cycle, I can't see Bitcoin reaching 200 grand by early 2026, this even says.
Well, with all the skepticism out there, I would agree. It seems highly unlikely, especially with the way the markets are sitting right now. I would have to see probably the sell and may walk away thing might be the case. We'd probably have to wait until after May to see anything productive at all happen in the markets. It could just be a flatliner for now, ranging below where we expect, with that potential for the knife drop to the aforementioned areas earlier in the stream.
It's interesting how people come up with their narratives and their thesis, right? So this one of the reasons they feel this way. Again, it's not Billy Goattails saying this. This is an article. Options markets tied to BlackRock's IBIT ETF expect Bitcoin to hover around 174 by 2026. So
I think that's a misprint. They meant to say they expect one Bitcoin to hover around 74. I think they just misprinted that.
Now that's not an unrealistic number at this point with the amount of play we have coming in from other countries, especially news of development of infrastructure for mining and whatnot. So
And
I
all
can
that
see
new
what
oil
some
we just
people-
got.
Well, we'll see how that plays out, especially with OPEC and controlling of production and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. These predictions are wild, crazy. What's Rocco saying here? I'm opening
Marco said he's
chocolate.
having a chocolate panini or something. Pantalone, and do you know what that is, Billy?
Uh,
Panettone?
Panettone. No, I mean, I know what a calzone is. Rocco, love you, man. Hope you're having some coffee with that thing, man. What's Band-Aid saying? I mean, USDT use expansion. I don't see why not. That's a huge amount of liquidity, though. So he must have said something up here that I missed. What Band-Aid say up here? Anybody
Billy,
see?
you want me to surprise you with the 6 o'clock on the dot ring of the bell?
Yeah, crash.
All right, so keep on talking as you go, and we got about 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah, because I always look at the timer and it says 2 hours.
15 seconds.
So yeah, we're gonna do the ring of the bell when Dave says so.
Yeah, we're
To the
getting close to
Bitcoin
the-
weekly close. Best chocolate.
Oh,
And the Tony's in Italy. And now I just test them all. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
All righty, where do
So
we
got it.
close?
we got a big juicy candle closing at 91,500, 91,540 to be more specific. And the candle is showing an increased strength still at 18, which is impressive. The vacuum from above has not really changed, but we are looking to fill the void and possibly get to the next level of the EMA ribbon, which is sitting at approximately 94,400 plus or minus a couple points there.
And look at that money flow, everybody. We do have a green dot, but money flow is still coming out. This is the weekly, and this is the weekly candle close. So.
Yeah, but so that should, I mean, even with money flow coming out, you could still get a higher low, on a significant
yeah,
higher
absolutely.
low, and then head
Yeah.
right down to the crap, because you do,
And
I can't see the candles right there, but more than likely that's also a bull dip or a hidden bull
Yeah,
dip.
I wanted to make to point on that here that our momentum isn't going up as sharply as we'd expect. Plus, the inner white wave is clipping the 50 line, and the dark line is more or less within the 60 there. So we could just see the potential turnaround here in red dot, especially with the capping of this volume right there.
Yeah, that's another thing. The red dot, green dot. We know about that too much, Billy.
Yeah.
It can happen right after another.
We've made a game of red dot, green dot, haven't we, Dan?
I know. I saw even Jess joined in the game recently. I saw him drop some dots whenever we were saying hi to each other. That was really cool.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we cannot open the club because Jimmy Jim has the finger tornado, and we want to honor Jimmy Jim. But we appreciate you guys.
rude.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Sunday at Billy Go Tales. We love you. Thank you for all you do for us. Thank you for being part of our family. Thank you for sharing our stream, tuning in, liking our videos. We appreciate. We're here for you. That's the bottom line. So we want to fill the gap. You're all individually important to us. We love getting to know you. And by the way, some of us are going to the Bitcoin conference in April. It's coming up. And hopefully you guys can go out there and meet some of us in April. We want to keep bringing that up. So the people that can set their travel schedule and get that done, be great to.
Open the club.
It'll be great to see you guys out there.
Open it. Open it.
But with that, we'll
Open the
catch you
club.
next time.
We are Billy Goat Tales. We love you, fam. Hashtag givers get. 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 We are Billy Goat Tales. We are Billy Goat